Hello and welcome to Imperator Rome. And I have tried to play this game and I had my butt handed to me. So I am out for a little bit of revenge at this exact moment in my life. I cut the video, which I probably shouldn't have done in some ways, but then it was already done, so we're going to start all over again. I have decided to play as Senonia. And the reason is these were the guys, or at least the leader of this tribe, was the one that had originally sacked Rome. So I figured they would be a good group of people to start out as. But apparently, if you're a nincompoop like myself, it doesn't matter how good they may be. And actually, they're not so great if you compare them to their neighbors. They're just, they're bigger than a few of them, but smaller. I think we can make a go of this if I'm not dumb about it. How's that sound? So, in any event, I'm going to play on normal mode, Iron Man mode, and I'm not going to hit what I like to refer to, since I've been seeing it as the SJW button there. We're just going to have whatever rules applied historically applied to our game. Now, because it really just doesn't matter to me whether it's a man or a woman, so let's be historically accurate, right? I don't care if women ruled the Senonia, we're going to be with a woman. It's fine with me. In any event. Let's go. So we're going to start without further ado. All right, so here's our little province, little tribe in amongst these other tribes. Let me switch over to the opinion. The reason I like this opinion map, and I may tend to stick with it at times, is just because it's a little bit easier to see our neighbors, right? And we get their actual tribal names, where if we go to this map, I don't know, it's a little bit harder for me to tell where my town ends and theirs begins, and I'm sure that's probably true. It's probably true as well as of the people on YouTube. So now if we click on this guy, we can see they're in blue. We can kind of see where we're at pretty easily. These guys appear to be about sort of even with us, I would have to say. They have like a 20, let's actually, if we right click on them, we can see they have 25,000 people in 10 cohorts. We're just going to look for, just show you what the neighborhood looks like. Nobody has any alliances, you'll see. These also have 10 cohorts and about the same number of people. And then we have Paris here, has a few less people than us and only 7 cohorts. And let's see. These guys have 16 and 7 cohorts. 8 and 16. And 7 and 16. So, the people that I want revenge against is we are going to attack Paris again. And this time, I'm going to be smarter about it. What I did last time was just sort of like chase their army around and then tried to siege their city, and they built a bunch of troops and then came after and killed me. So the first things we need to probably do is take care of some of the things that we can take advantage of, right? And mostly I want to actually take advantage of things that will either militaristically or financially benefit us. But if we can get some finances going, that's going to make a big difference in the long run too. However, by the same token, if we could take over a few neighbors, hopefully we won't have too much of this aggressive expansion going against us, that we get attacked, but at the same time we can just sort of expand a bit, So I don't know if you've played the game or not. I'm not going to go through like a tutorial. There's some of those out there. I'm just going to come through and play. Like, for example, we're going right after Paris because this is a revenge mission. And I promise, even if I have my behind sent to me again, I will not do the same thing I did before. So, all right. So anyway, what I did before was, let's see here. Let's go to, so I don't think I did too bad with this stuff. Here's our national overview, just to give you guys a quick idea. Our guy is not overly great. He's not the best military guy at a 2. He gives us 4 of the, what's that called? Civic power. He gets 8 of these oratory power, and he gets like 1 of the religious power. So we could do military ideas, but they would cost us diplomatic power, and that's really not a bad idea. But at the same time, And our guy does get us a military power. I really want to get a neighbor before they attack us, or before they get allies, right? Like if we could take somebody over before they ever get an ally, and this seems like a pretty decent, pretty decent region. If we can't click on that individual. Can I close this? Yeah. So we can get some decent stuff from these guys, including horses, if we take this over, and some things that we don't have in any of our provinces. So, anyway, let me keep going. Technology. Yeah, this is something we can afford to spend on. And what I'm thinking of is, why don't we get learning on the job? Because that will give our recruits, will learn more swiftly, so that they'll come out more ready to fight. And then why don't we get some kind of a thing like extra... I don't know if it's better to get commerce. It sounds to me like, let's get the commerce up before we get the taxes up, right? Like get a strong economy going, then we'll worry about better tax collecting kind of thing. It is different than I chose before, but I don't really know if one makes such a huge difference over another one. Now, another warning we have over here is Blessing of Lungus is a commerce one that I want to get, but we could get more manpower, discipline, and again, I think just getting the economy going, because when it comes to these armies, and this game is similar to other Paradox games where, it's great to build all those armies, but you have to be able to maintain them. And when you're making like 2 each month, it's hard to maintain much in the way of armies. So we'll get the Blessing of Lungus to get our commerce up as much as we can, and hopefully get some more money, which means then we can improve our towns. So after we have this initial little, or big skirmish, we will, for us, big skirmish, we'll go from there, right? Scorned Families is something that I don't remember from any other. Now, I'm not going to worry about that too much right at this moment, but we would like to get another person hired someplace out of this family if it makes any sense. I don't know how good they are. I don't know if there's issues with marrying or hiring women. Like I said, I personally have no issues. I think we're all equal. Certainly should be done on the skills that you have, not your sex. But all of these are guys. I don't know if we're even allowed to hire women. Like if we pick here, no. So it doesn't even seem like we're allowed to hire women. So whatever. So we'll see. So we can't. But that family does have a guy, is the point. And then I don't know what this bad research ratio means. I don't know why that says it's a bad ratio. If we click on it, we've already selected, the researches that we can do. So we did Scorned Families. Trade routes, I think they're just, I don't think we can do any of these. Oh, because we spent all of our... Okay, well, we'll get more of that diplomacy points back anyway, so once we get the diplomacy points back and our little war is done, we'll worry about getting some trade set up. So now the thing, I think the biggest mistake I made, let's switch back over to some other view. The biggest mistake I made last time was I didn't build any armies. All right, so, well, here, let's do this first. Let's go over here, open diplomacy. No, not relation. Covert actions, fabricate a claim against the Parisia, which is like their own. So now, by October 31st, we'll be able to declare war. So this time, that's not my guy. Here it is. What I would like to do is bring this guy up here. This guy can stay where he's at. And depending on what he does with his troops, I want to take these 2 territories first. And I didn't do that. I mean, I was there. I should have done it. But I was too impatient, and I just started going after his troops. And then for some dumb reason, I decided his troops were sitting here, but I decided to attack his town. And then they like build a bunch more troops, and then they killed me. So, assuming we can attack his town, we're going to hold off until we at least get some more of these. Because sometimes you can't, you can't get from here to here because they have a fort there. So, we might have to attack the town. But we're not going to attack the town before we do something like this. So in each one of these provinces, I clicked the wrong way. I can see why people are... It's different than a lot of games where you right-click and you get this open. You left-click, you get this open. Right-click, you get that open. So it's backwards or something. Right, so we're going to build a unit here of chariots, just because why not? We don't have any of that. And then we're going to come to this town, and let's build some skirmishers. Here, I'll build more skirmishers. Oh, you know what? Let's do a quick thing, build. Yeah, so you have this quick build menu. Recruit cohorts. Skirmishers. So we got skirmishers coming there. And the reason I'm doing these is because they're more like the frontline troops, right? So we'll do skirmishers coming there. I don't know how many we really can afford in the long run. We might have to get rid of some of these troops eventually. Let's do one more, and then we'll do, not horse archers, just javelin hurlers. Let's do 2 of those. Alright, so that should give us quite the army compared to any of our neighbors, but I don't know that we're going to be able to afford all that, to be honest with you. So. Alright, so let's play time. I'm going to slow down time just because I'm a novice. And we're only going to fast forward to, we're only going to go to October 31st or so, and then I'm going to pause it. Maybe November 1st. Alright, come on. What are you doing? You're taking forever. You do have it playing, right? Even though they have the big pause, I kind of wish they had a, I don't know, pause thing up there. I don't tend to look down here in games that much. Alright, so they did bring their troops up just like they did the last time. Alright, so let's pause. Alright, so what do we want to do? I think we're going to... Since they have most all of their troops there... I can't go there. Why can't I go there? Oh, because I didn't declare war yet. Let's declare war. Take Parisia. Good. So they didn't have any allies. I should have checked that. They didn't have any allies last time, but... Alright, so we're going to kind of do this. And then we're going to pivot around here. And if we need to, we'll pull, depending on what this guy does, we'll pull these 2 troops together. But hopefully in the meantime we can take over this province. And it truly helps if you hit this play button. Right, so one of these guys, November 17th. November 18th. So that should be okay. Okay, so they're moving troops. I'm fine with that. They're moving both of theirs towards me. Let's pause for a second. So these guys, we get there on November 29th. And if I sent these guys back, they wouldn't get there till December 10th. It's not good. The battle's liable to be over by that point, and that will have attacked my weaker troops, huh? Alright, well, let's see. Let's see what happens. We are in defense, so I would imagine we would get something in advantage, right? Okay, so we were victorious. Yeah, pause. I should have paused sooner. I don't like that you can't pause while that window's open. That would be a great time to actually pause. So let's select these guys. Send them into there, and then send these guys into here. Now, we have a bunch of other troops, so let's get all of them together there. Now, are we still building any troops anywhere? Oh, wait. No, but that's fine. I thought we had charioteers. Where is our... Oh, this is, okay. So we'll send these guys into here at that point. What is this? Oh, they're building heavy infantry. Alright, so now let's just play slowly forward. I'm okay with them escaping. This is about just taking over their territory. Now, let's pause again. Nice. I like when I catch one of their troops off guard there, huh? Like they're already getting low morale. Alright, we stopped playing. I'm going to move these guys right in here. No, they're not. Let's take these two. Alright, so now... One thing, I think they should stop fighting with each other when you pause it. Yes, we killed all of their men. Wonderful. That's going much better. It's amazing how you can start the same thing twice, you know, and... So we're going to just hang out here until we take these territories. Yep, we got an impending battle. Good. We got, I think, just 3,000 of ours. And they were like on the retreat, on the move, so it should give us a bonus. Yeah, we didn't kill all of them, but we lost more of our own. Okay. It's not great, but it's... Let's band all these guys together. And like I said, now we're just going to sit here for a minute and we're going to take over all this land just to weaken them. Because that was my one of my bigger stupid mistakes. Now plus we can also see, if we just wait a little bit, these guys should... 25 men, we need 200. So we don't get refilled real fast if we're doing that. But once we take over this, we should be able to, I think, move over to here. And how bad is our financial? We're really not. Okay. Let's pause again. I think I want to make a strong force. Yeah, supply limit 11, so we should be okay with that. And then let's move these guys up to here. So now we've put a big hit into their economy by doing this, which I didn't do this the last time. So let's go. I guess I could do a little bit more speed than that, right? So let me just pause for a minute. Merge all these units together. Why didn't Why didn't it merge? So I didn't select them? I don't know. Let's just move one out. Can we go here? Yeah, see, it doesn't like that they own this town. That was part of the problem, too. So, like, once I didn't take these... So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go up here and move this guy into here. See, this way we didn't take too many while we're just sitting there. We might have even been getting reinforced a little bit. as opposed to taking attrition. Alright, so let's play. Now, you'd think if this is under siege, we could... Has begun voicing his opinion for the other guy with dark eyes. Alright, well, what does he look like? Oh, he's good. We shall definitely put up with it. We would rather have him as our leader. Yeah. What is his name? Glitterous becomes friends. Loses loyalty. Yeah. We're going to put up with it. I guess that's the best thing to do. Alright, now, will it let us move into here? No. So we're just going to sit here patiently under siege at this point. See, they have 11,000 men, which is no slacker army. Now, let's see, can we... Shift, how can we... Okay, so we can merge those two together. Can we... Oh, I became just. What does that do for me? Let's pause for a minute. Over here. So we are the just now, right? What does it tell us here? Finesse. So we have so we get another bit of this oratory, right? Civic power. Good. What is this? Unnoticeable. Not very common. Commerce income. Oof. Alright, well anyway, we'll see what happens with all that. Alright, let's play it forward. Now, how are our other neighbors doing? They're behaving themselves. Oh look, this became not ours again. You know what, we're just going to set this guy here so this guy can't do any kind of an end run on us. They sort of have their army pinned up there. But if we could move more freely, I could move these guys. I guess we could move up and then go attack their army, right? Yeah, I'll earn more money. Sounds like a good thing, plus research points. Now, does that count as one of our trade routes, or is that... There you go. So now he's on the move. See, I think even I can't move into there, even though I'm sieging. And see, he's moving like his whole army down. Is he going to move? I don't want him moving too much. Yeah, he's moving 8,000. Let's pause. So he's going to get there by August 6th. He's not going to get there till August 17th. Alright, well, we'll do what we can. Now, can this guy... Let's pause for a second. Can we do defensive... like a defensive stance, you know? Okay, so let's go. Actually, this might not be too bad, because if our guy can hold his own for a little while... There we go, see, look. Before the battle was over, our other troops joined, and hopefully we'll kick their butts at this point. They are putting up a fight, aren't they? Well, we lost more troops, but they lost the battle. So now let's get these. Yeah, we'll leave them. If they only have 1,000 left in there. Yeah, we really did take a hit. Now can we chase them into here? No. Select them. Now, so that we really need to take this fort to some degree, you know? Let's move all of our troops into there. I'll sort of see if we can't go after these guys. So I think we'll be able to move this way. Oops. It's playing. Yeah, we're going to auto decline. Well, let's. Partisan Parisia. So they're offering us the following terms: negotiate on their behalf for our entire alliance. Partisan Parisia, which is like the whole thing, right? Yeah, they're going to give us the whole thing, so that's what we wanted. All right, I want to accept that. Paused for a second. See, this is where I wish you could. It would be nice if you could pause it here, right? You know what I mean? I know it's paused, but I wish you could, like, permanently pause it. Alright. Yeah, let's get. Well. I think I just want to get rid of some of that aggressive expansion. Because I don't want the other people in the neighborhood coming after us. So now let's see, can we... Yeah, look, we just did a... we grew our nation almost, not doubled, but close to doubled in size, right? So now we still have manpower, and how is our money? So we have some of this aggressive expansion to work out, but we have just succeeded where I failed the last time. Now, what do we have here? Can we give... Let's select this guy, and we'll just send him back down here for now. But can we change the commander? What was the name of the family that... Durati. And in particular, it would be one of these two guys. Well, he's a 5, so Comex Doratus, who's a 5. Comex Doratus. And he's only 19 years old, even though this guy might arguably be a better choice. And see, this guy doesn't have any other skills. This guy's not real great at anything else either. He's lustful, confident, and prominent. This guy is disciplined, good-natured, lustful, scholar. I actually like this guy better, and he's young. Oh, what happened? I didn't mean that. Let's go back. Let's just click on the picture. Okay, now, question. Now that he is... Yes, look, they got 3%. So they shouldn't be scorned anymore, which, considering we only have a few families, we don't really want people scorned, so that's good. And then how is... Yeah, monthly maintenance doing good. It's sucking up a lot of our wealth, but that's okay too. So let's just take... How big a deal is unrest in this... It doesn't seem like that's a big amount right there. But it's probably also, I know there's usually like factors like because it's close. Alright, so I'm going to bring, so we have a fort right there, which is good. Let's just bring this guy down into here for now. And eventually, before we go start another war, which we may even do, I'm pretty tempted. That went so well this time that it would be, let's go back to the diplomatic. You know, taking this country probably wouldn't be that hard and probably be easier than the other one because they only have a fort down here. And again, would add quite a few. The neighbors may be upset, but unless they get in league with each other. Oh, they're getting in league with each other. Yeah, they're definitely forming an alliance. Probably because they don't like our, especially, well, we'll see. So what is their attitude? None of them are. Yeah, aggressive expansion has given us minus 15 with our neighbors. Yeah, so they're happy that we have the same religion, but they're not real happy that we're taking over the neighbors. Now the question is, how far can we push them? Can we take over one more neighbor without them being too upset? And can we take over like this neighbor? Probably not. They're in a defensive league with a bunch of people. But that's exactly why I went and did what I did. Is there somebody? So we probably should try to start being a little diplomatic, right? So who would we be? You know, we don't want to be fighting with every single. Oh wait, you know what? I wanted one of these guys to. You can stay up there. You know, we'll put this guy in this capital city, this other one. Yeah, see, that means capital of a province. So, I wonder if we should build a fort here. Well, I'd be more inclined to actually build one out here. How is our money? Yeah, we're going up by 2. So I don't know if we would build a fort first or. All right, so let's. Well, what is all this? What. Starting experience from defensive league from Cartoonia. These guys. So they're basically, these 3 want me to join them. Nobody's really unhappy with anybody else, are they? So, what about this defensive league? Okay, it's like those. So how about you? Okay, so you're in league with like these people. And you're in league with everybody south of me. How about you? Oh, you're the one I clicked on. Yeah, so it looks like if I don't join some league or something. Now, what is this one? Alright, we're going to accept the offer to go into this defensive league. So that means if we were to push in any direction, it would be this one. So let's click on ourselves. Yeah, so if we have allies now, so what is this? Alright, so what is this deal here? Request for trade, Gallic local power. I thought we were already doing, we're doing cloth and they want to do furs. Okay, why not? Alright, so these guys are quickly becoming our buddies. And since we can't just have, like, everybody in the world be our enemy, I would think that maybe we should... Let's see, what is their opinion? There it is. So it's a different culture, same religion, defensive leagues giving us big plus. Yeah, so they're not real happy with the different culture or our aggression, but why don't we... No, we don't want to send an insult. Yeah, do we want to try to start improving opinions and spend the money? That is a nice that is a nice way to do it. Or what was the other thing we were going to do with... Well, if we're going to start another war, we need to get these points up. But I think if we're going to start another war, we need to probably have someone who's in our corner. So now, do we have a limit like in other games where you can only have so many diplomatic actions? We'll see. Or is it just a matter of, you know, you spend your money and you're done? Okay, so let's play it forward again. Alright, so we're starting to form a little bit of an alliance here. That's nice. And we are playing forward slowly. And our troops will be full strength. Now, why are they not at like 4,000? Oh, look at that guy. Oh. Okay, prominent centralization. So one of the more prominent clan chiefs and strong leader of his people, their loyalty to our central rule has come into question. How dare you? Has suggested moving some of the clan under our authority. I don't think that's a good idea, buddy. Such a move would surely put us at odds with him, but secure our own authority at the cost of his. So we lose... So I don't have 100 oratory power. So we lose a less oratory power and get less prominence. And we lose loyalty to Velos, our arbiter, but gain prominence and loyalty from the war chief. I don't know. Local unrest. We don't really want local unrest. So if we do either one of these... all of the clans belong to us. But we lose war chief. Yeah, he's the war chief, so we lose loyalty, but he's pretty loyal. We could probably afford to lose some loyalty. And he loses prominence, and we gain it. All the clans belong to us, you silly man. Alright, so... So did we lose... I'm a little confused by what's happening, like with this guy having 0. Oh, because we probably never had... Why doesn't this guy have... Oh, you know what? Because yeah, now he has 100. See if these numbers keep going up. What is it each? Like, I'm confused why this says like 0 men will reach. But the numbers keep going up. Like, does that make a lot of sense? Or does that bug? Alright, well anyway. Alright, so we should be gaining... Oh, look, we got minus 36 oratory power. It's not real good. So we should be gaining opinion with these people. Yes, so we're up to 41 already. Good, so we actually have somebody who kind of likes us, which is quite wonderful. Alright, I don't know what else to do at this exact moment. Gaelic power of Lagonia. From our friends in the Gar, our opinion increased by... Okay, so they want us to be friends. Yeah, I'll increase my opinion for you giving me money. Okay, look, now we can do something else. Let's just pause it. So we could either build a fort, or we could increase our thing. Now, is there some sense of barbarian power map mode? It's not a very impressive. Oh, okay, so that's like rebels or something. Trade route, player, fortifications. I thought we had a fort up here. Oh, did we destroy the fort? Yeah, we must have destroyed the fort. Alright, so now, what I was looking for is... Do they have like an economy? Yeah, so this is our big city, in a sense. Right? Like if we... I wish when you write... If you click on the wrong one, it should just, like, this one will go to that way, but then I click the other way, and it doesn't go back to that other one. Let's close that, and then go back to this. So this Providence brings us in 15. Yeah, that's our biggest province. So if we were going to do something like build a marketplace, which cost us 100, then I think we should do it here. Alright, so that's good. So we'll get a little bit of an economy thing happening there eventually. Alright, I think I'm going to call it an episode here, and just, let's pause it again. We'll come right back to this point, and we will decide on what to do next, but at least we'll have a market in one of our bigger areas. Oh, did I kind of miss? Yeah, this is economy, there's civilization. There's population. Citizens. Yeah, it might have been good to build it someplace else, but this one... Yeah, this is as good a city as we have at this point, so I don't mind the idea of them having a market up there, and that might even be a good place for a fort eventually, too. Alright, well, we'll see what happens. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I hope they get a little more exciting. I'm glad I got my revenge, because that really did bother me. I was quite upset that the Parisians beat me up like that, and I felt like a nincompoop. So, anyway, you guys have a good day. Take care. Bye-bye.